Remy Ma and Papoose's feud is like watching a soap opera. It's getting out of control and started out of the blue. We know that Papoose is with Clarissa Shields, but they are also divorcing, and Remy Ma went on Instagram Live to rant about Papoose's financial situation.
What people have. Y'all don't know what people have. My ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included. Whenever you're ready, the papers are there. I don't want anything, nothing, no things. I would like my jury. I would like it. Could you go pick up my jewelry from under the pawn shop?
Other allegations have also been leveraged by Remy Ma, basically saying that Papoose pawned her jewelry. And you can see it here, right here. Too many lies to refute, but let's start with this one. Papoose, why were you in the pawn shop 6 months ago? Did you ever go pick it up? You had to your birthday to get it out. Why can't I find my Cartier bracelet sidebar? Wait, there's more. I'll get those when I get home. Basically, she's saying that Papoose has been broke for many years, and basically he has a gambling issue. And he's doing stuff like even pawning her jewelry for money. Now Papoose, he clapped back, he posts this particular evil confirmation. This was so easy to file for divorce. Why hasn't she done it? Faking it. The only reason I haven't filed previously is for the sake of my daughter. She has to go to school when two individuals behave like civilized adults. You can get a divorce peacefully, privately. And that was my intention. But when a person wants to be bitter and clout, chase, it turns into a circus which can lead to an embarrassment. For my child, you just lie for hours straight, but actions speak louder than words. And you just called me yesterday trying to get back with me, and I said no. Now remember, he did say, you just called me now, Remy Ma is going to respond with these receipts.
I was trying to get back. Would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday? Here's my phone right here. Would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday? Let's go to my messages. Let's go. Let's flip this real quick. This is my messages. Look what he saved as. Bozo. Let's scroll down. Let's go to yesterday. This is yesterday. Let's go up. Look at him being my friend. Sending me pictures of the baby. My daughter's asleep. This is Tuesday. My daughter's asleep at 11:18. My daughter's asleep. She's asleep. She's asleep. This is the other day. This is the other day. Everything's fine, right? Ain't no issues. You ain't telling you sending those type of texts at 11 something at night, right? Okay, what I said, leave my baby alone. She should be thanking me. That's it. Everything he had yesterday at 10:59. Can you send me your lawyer's name and number? Just call my lawyer again. Like I told you, you have not retained or paid her. Tell Clarence to pay it. He will do it. I'm on hold. We'll be speaking to my lawyer shortly. I have no clue who that is. Spoke to my lawyer. We are meeting Saturday. Then we'll be ready for mediation. My lawyer just spoke to the person you said was your lawyer, and she stated she still hasn't been retained and that you should reach out, that she'll reach out to you. I'm tired of y'all playing public image games with me, and I'm being the bigger person, not playing back. I tried to be nice, but you played in my face. Garbage day is tomorrow, which is today. All things not belonging to me and my daughter will be on the curb tonight. I've been storing it for over 6 months. That's over 2. I spoke to my attorney again. She did not speak to your attorney since her and I spoke. We are meeting Saturday, which is the soonest her schedule allows. After that, we will be ready to proceed. The graduation is June 6th, right? No, it's June 5th. Stupid. Get back what you win. That's what... Stop playing with me. Every time you say something, I'ma bomb you. Shall I scroll back to when you was in Africa and people was wishing they got their shots?
She essentially showed a series of text messages back and forth between them. But why didn't she music display the call log? It was obvious that the male said, "You called me yesterday trying to get back with me." He's right. You understand. So reading is essential. He's talking about texting and calling. So I have to tell you straight out that you're out, okay? And that this is what you should have been doing with the call. You chose to ignore that and go to the text, even though your texts are saying things like, hey, it's all about business. However, Papoose continued to reveal details after going online and began presenting some receipts, although...
But let me tell y'all this. So I bring it to her attention that I found out that she's sleeping with the lame. They said, yo, Pap, this out here telling me he your wife. I said, word. Mind you, it's not the first time she cheated. You know what I mean? I continued the marriage because I live by my wedding vow. I try to live by my wedding vows. Richer for poor, sick and for health, sickness and health, you know what I'm saying? Better for worse and death to us part. So you try to work through things. She said, I think we should do therapy. I said, okay. Even though I'm private and I don't like to speak to people about my personal business, that was a very, very difficult thing for me to do. So when we go to therapy, the therapist says, do y'all want to get a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old. Because I told Rem back then, before I even clipped him, I said, when I catch son, I'm putting him down. I'm putting him down. He violated, you know what I'm saying? And what I noticed, when I found out, I noticed that every time me and her stepped out and made an appearance, he'd go post on his gram, do little suck. He'd go make a post on his story about us. So I'm watching this. Mind you, y'all, I'm not saying nothing the whole time. I know this sleeping with my wife, but I ain't saying nothing. A couple days go by, things a little peaceful around the crib. Me, her, and my daughter, we all sleep in the same room. We go to bed. I'm saying it's bedtime. We sleep together in the same bed every night. As we're sleeping in the bed, I fall asleep. My daughter's in the middle of us. So it's 2 beds in our room now at this time because she started doing weird things around the crib or whatever. So me, her, and my daughter in the same bed. It's another bed over there. I wake up. It's just me and my daughter in the bed. So I get up. I see her in the other bed. So I go over to the other bed. And as I go to the other bed, I notice that her phone is on. When I pick up the phone, I see the lame on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. She on the phone with the lame. So after that, I woke her up. Hey, what's going on? This what you doing in here? This is what we doing? She started lying again, fabricating, this, that, and the third. Long story short, she kept cheating with the lame. I finds out she got an apartment 40 minutes away from our crib where she lays up with the lame, leaves and says she's going to work, leaves, say she's going to do this and do that, but she goes to the crib. I've been there. I can actually give y'all the address. So she got this. She got another crib, and shout to I don't even want to put this in the bus, man, but this another individual who was married and got a crib not too far from the home.
So in this particular clip, Pap is talking about, like, basically, you've been dealing with this bum dude. You've been dealing with him. You've been dealing with a lame dude. He knew he was going around sleeping with this chick, but he really wanted to, like I said, de-tripping. He wasn't exposing anybody. He was doing everything, despite the fact that you were doing whatever you wanted to do. Now I might say, you know what, man, and he's an SMS, but you know what though? Look here, and here's what I'm gonna say. Hey, he married, he got a wife, and he got a kid. He's trying to protect his family. All right? Most of us wouldn't do it. But hey, you're gonna have to be real. This is really some manly type stuff, even though it's simple at the same time, because he's still not exposing her. He's still not making her look bad in public. Most dudes would have done exactly that, but she's not even appreciative. This is why Papoose came back and said, even to that pawning her jewelry part, ladies, can you imagine tricking her? Thingsy, appear like this. All of my designer jewelry was accompanied by certificates with my name attesting to my purchase. Stop lying and pawn your jewels. You've been using my money for years. The money you earned came from the song I composed, and the knockout victim said that I was completely smitten with him. I stomped you out and beat the living daylights out of you. You had about 5 jiggers with you, and I was alone. A special thanks goes out to Jack Boyman, who was present along with a ton of other people. Hershey purchased that jerk who had never owned jewelry before, and he created her a Rolex, which is BS chain. Remy Sugarmop has also just stated, listen, at the same time you bought him an apartment, you were going over there and getting your cheeks clapped when you were supposed to be with your husband working it out and all this stuff. He concealed all of this, but hold on, there's more.
The audio, y'all, of the lane admitting to blackmailing her. He's admitting it.
Yeah, bro. So far, she's saying she.
Hold on.
Believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right, though. That anything happen? Oh, that shit gonna be 3 months. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of her. That's gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you did all these shit.
All right, so y'all heard that. And again, we're gonna play her basically saying she's been blackmailed. That's what it sounds like to me. What y'all think?
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament so I had to still kind of be forward to make sure you don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides. My team Papoose and team this. I didn't give a you don't care.
That is not true. That is not true.
I would have been stopped talking to this. So you telling me you got a lame running around here bragging, oh, his wife, oh, the whole, right? You got a lame who came in front of me, shook my hand, and which is total disrespect as a man. You sleep with my wife, it is what it is. She chose that, she's in the dope. That's not why I knocked you out.
And it is completely disrespectful of you as a man since you sleep with my wife. She chose to be in the dope, so that's not why I knocked you out. Rather, I knocked you out because you shook my hand. You were fighting the entire time, and the man was not treating you with any respect. Remy, I'm referring to Eazy to block Captain. You're screaming at him and saying, you don't care, you don't care, you don't care. Yeah, just like you don't care now. You're mad because the dude doesn't care. He's doing everything you do to Papoose, and he's dusty, and he's broke now. You said that Papoose was the brokest man you've ever been with, but that can't be true. Let's look at Eazy block Captain's teeth as they used to be. You mean to tell me that a wealthy man could be walking around looking like a saber-toothed tiger? No, no, no.
I don't remember exactly what year it was, but she informed me, hey, such and such just came home, one of the individuals who she was locked up with. So I said, oh, okay, that's cool. But I remember the name from when she was away. I don't think nothing of it. Oh, this year, we always celebrate our birthdays together. Me, her, and the baby birthday, my birthday, our family. They all come around. It's like, that's how I was raised, so I'm real big on family. So this particular year, she says, I want to have an all-girls party. So I'm like, okay. So you don't want me and the baby to come? All right. No, just my friends, all girls. I'm like, damn, that's a little, I don't want to say strange, but I was like, okay, we usually do it as a family, but this is cool. You want to have it with all girls. So she has the all-girls party. I don't go. I floors back. After that, we had like a little dinner in the basement or whatever at the crib. So this is the first time I seen homegirl outside of when they was in the penitentiary together. So I see her at the crib. Okay, she stayed for a couple days. She spent the night. So this time when she comes to visit the crib, every night when it's time to go to bed, she's telling me, oh, I'm gonna go sleep in the guest room with such and such. I don't even want to say this individual name because I ain't even trying to give her no clout. She's a extreme clout chaser. So I don't even want to say her name. So she tells me, I'm going to sleep in the guest room with such and such. I said, okay, that's cool. I sleep in the room by myself. Big ass crib, big ass room, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I bought through the whole crib, all the utilities in my name, that's another story, but she fabricated. I sleep in the room by myself. I don't think nothing of it. Next day, same thing. I said, damn, babe, you sleeping in there again? She like, yeah, I'm gonna just stay with such and such, right? I said, all right, cool. Anybody in Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? So now I'm like, damn, weird. The You feel me? So at this time, I try to be intimate. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I try to be intimate with her. And she came in the bed with me. She hugged me, kissed me, the whole thing. And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. I said, something fishy here. I said, I ain't no rocket scientist, but this ain't add up. You feel me? So, I said, damn, something wrong, something ain't right here. So one time, I had to go do something. I had to go handle some business. So I go handle business. I come back in the crib. It's a big ass crib. And they got like a long walkway to get to our bedroom. It's like a long walkway. And then on the other side is the other rooms. So I come in the crib. As soon as I walk in, I look down towards our bedroom. I see my daughter in our room by herself. I say, yo, what the heck? Where the hell is she at? So I go up the other side. And when I tell you this, it's a big crib, so it's a long walkway. I go to the other side, I go in the room, she in the bed. I don't see homegirl though. It's like she booked it or something when I came. But I see a whole plate, peanuts, cashew, all these type of raisins all laid out. But my daughter in the room by herself. So I said, yo, why the baby in the room by herself? I pushed past that. Moving on along, I hate to say this, but you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because, and when I say not a bad thing, because I don't judge people who live that lifestyle, but she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all wanna know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not gonna do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out.
What's going on here, brothers? Pap claims to have seen you in bed with a different woman from the one you are currently seeing. Since you're looking for this, bro, I'm going to be honest with you and give you a free Papoose shirt. I love you like. You're my play cousin, and you know we're family and everything. But bro, I know you're trying to get it out because it's a little too much. That was a bit too much, man. You had an all-girls party, and she wouldn't even let you clap for them. Then you go and find the girl clapping in your house, or you bought a stud. There. Come on, family. You've been allowing this disrespect to continue for too long, and now it's getting out of hand. But you know what? The eagle finally landed, and your ass is out of there. You left her saying, I'm not putting up with this anymore. You did a great job, dude. You smelled for a minute, but then you said, nah, man, I have poos, man. I have to get up out of here. Now, she's crashing out. The only difference is that now you have Clarissa Shields, and she might actually whoop your ass. But hey, you get over it eventually. This is what happens whenever a black man carries himself with some dignity and you're unwilling to put it out there, and she gets upset that you don't want to take her back and put up with all that stuff. He ended up having to block her on one of these live clips, and I actually forgot about that. Now, if you see, she essentially appeared on her daughter's accounts, Mackenzie. She claims that he stayed because I paid for everything, but he had to block her there because she is so petty. You're entering his live stream, and he hasn't blocked you on the main account yet. Now you're on your daughter's account, and he's still blocking that. Your ass is down, guys. Do you think it's your boy? O'Shea Duke Jackson, is back with another installment of I'm the Celebrity. Junk, thank you for everything you do, and please strike the bell